Welcome to Fearless Audio, where powerful words come alive, where stories, ideas, and wisdom are not just heard, but felt. Today, you're about to begin a journey that can truly change the direction of your life, a journey through the law of success, written by Howard H. Cleveland. This is not just another motivational audiobook. It's a guide, a map that leads you from ordinary living to extraordinary achievement. Within these chapters, you'll discover timeless truths about success, not just how to reach it, but how to become the kind of person who naturally attracts it. Every word you're about to hear has been carefully chosen to inspire your heart, awaken your mind, and remind you of one powerful truth. You were created for greatness. You already have everything you need within you: strength, potential, and purpose. The law of success will help you unlock it, one principle at a time. As you listen, let these words sink deep into your spirit. Let them remind you that success isn't about luck or chance. It's about understanding the laws that govern growth, confidence, gratitude, and vision. When you live in harmony with these laws, success stops being a dream and becomes your reality. So find a quiet moment, open your mind, and allow this audiobook to guide you toward the best version of yourself. Because success doesn't begin in the world around you, it begins within you. If this message inspires you, please support our channel, Fearless Audio, by subscribing, liking, and sharing this audiobook with others who are ready to transform their lives. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful, motivational audiobooks that reach people around the world. People just like you, who are ready to rise, rebuild, and become unstoppable. Now, take a deep breath and get ready. Your journey to lasting success begins here, with The Law of Success by Howard H. Cleveland, presented to you by Fearless Audio. Introduction. The beginning of your journey to success. It's a word we hear every day, yet so few truly understand what it means. Many people chase it their whole lives, thinking it's hidden somewhere out in the world, in money, fame, or luck. But the truth is, success is not a mystery. It's a law, a universal law that works for anyone who learns to live by it. Just as the law of gravity keeps everything grounded, the law of success governs every achievement, every breakthrough, every dream that becomes real. Those who rise to greatness don't get there by accident. They understand and apply these laws, whether they realize it or not. This book is about discovering those laws and learning how to use them to transform your life. It's not about quick tricks or empty motivation. It's about real principles, powerful truths that can take you from where you are to where you want to be. You don't need to be born rich. You don't need special connections. You don't even need perfect circumstances. All you need is the right mindset, the right habits, and the right understanding of how success actually works. As you listen to this audiobook, open your heart and mind. Let these words remind you that greatness already exists within you. The moment you start believing in your power and following the laws of success, your life begins to change. Step by step, thought by thought, action by action. This is your time. Your journey starts here. Let's unlock the timeless law of success and turn your dreams into reality. Chapter 1. The Foundation of Success. Every great building stands on a strong foundation. Without it, the structure collapses, no matter how beautiful or tall it may be. The same is true for success. If you want to build a successful life, a life filled with purpose, confidence, and achievement, you must start by building a strong foundation within yourself. Success begins long before the money, recognition, or results appear. It begins in your mind, your attitude, and your daily choices. Most people think success starts when they finally get what they want: a promotion, a car, or a big house. But in truth, success starts the moment you decide to take control of your life. It starts when you believe that you can be more than what you are right now. That decision, that single spark of belief, is the beginning of your journey. The foundation of success is built on three things: belief, purpose, and action. Without these, your dreams remain only wishes. But when you strengthen these three pillars, success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Let's begin with belief. Belief is the invisible force that shapes your future. If you believe you can succeed, your mind starts working in ways that help you find opportunities. If you believe you will fail, your mind does the opposite. It finds excuses and stops you from trying. The truth is, your mind listens to you. Whatever story you tell yourself becomes the story you live. Think about it. Every person who has achieved something great first believed it was possible. They didn't wait for proof. They created their own proof through persistence. When Thomas Edison was inventing the light bulb, he failed hundreds of times. But he never said, "I can't do it." He said, "I found hundreds of ways that don't work, but I will find one that does." That's the power of belief. It keeps you moving even when things go wrong. Now let's talk about purpose. Your purpose is your reason for doing what you do. Without it, life feels empty and directionless. Purpose gives your journey meaning. It's what keeps you going when challenges appear, when you feel tired, or when you face doubt. A person with a clear purpose can overcome almost anything. Imagine waking up every day knowing exactly why you're working, why you're learning, and why you're trying to improve. That kind of clarity makes you unstoppable. You don't get lost comparing yourself to others because you're focused on your own mission. Your purpose doesn't have to be something grand or complicated. It can be as simple as wanting to make your family proud, wanting to build something meaningful, or wanting to grow into your best self. What matters is that it feels real and important to you. Take a moment to ask yourself, why do I want to succeed? The answer to that question becomes your compass. It will guide you when life gets hard. It will remind you that your journey is worth it. The third pillar of the foundation is action. Dreams without action will always remain dreams. You can have all the belief and purpose in the world, but without taking steps forward, nothing will happen. The law of success demands action. Not someday, not when everything is perfect, but today. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates results. The hardest step is always the first one, but once you move, it becomes easier to keep going. Too many people wait for the right time to start, but there is no perfect time, only now. Every small effort you make today builds your future. Sometimes you'll make mistakes. That's okay. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. Failure doesn't destroy success, it builds it. Think of failure as a teacher. It gives lessons that success cannot. Each setback prepares you for something greater if you choose to learn instead of giving up. A strong foundation also requires self-belief, patience, and consistency. You cannot expect overnight success. Just like a seed takes time to grow into a tree, your dreams need time to take root. Every day you work, you are planting something that will bloom later. Don't rush the process. Trust it. You will face moments of doubt. Everyone does. You will feel like quitting. You will face people who don't believe in you. But remember, success doesn't depend on what others think. It depends on what you do. The voice inside you is stronger than the noise around you. Protect that voice. Feed it with positive thoughts, encouraging words, and hopeful visions of your future. One of the most important things you can do for yourself is to take responsibility for your life. Stop blaming your past, your environment, or your circumstances. The moment you take full responsibility is the moment you take full control. That's when real growth begins. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act, learn, and never give up. When you build the foundation of success, you must also build the right habits. What you do daily shapes your destiny. Reading, learning, working, saving, improving, these small actions add up over time. You may not see results right away, but success is always built in silence before it shines in public. Surround yourself with positive people who uplift and challenge you. The people around you can either fuel your growth or drain your energy. Choose those who believe in you, who push you to be better, who remind you of your potential when you forget. And just as importantly, be that kind of person for others. Encourage them, inspire them, and grow together. The foundation of success also includes gratitude. Gratitude keeps you humble and focused. When you're grateful for what you have, you attract more reasons to be grateful. It reminds you of how far you've come and gives you peace while you work for more. Success is not only about achieving, it's also about appreciating. Another key part of the foundation is self-awareness. You must know who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your passions. When you understand yourself, you make better choices. You stop wasting time chasing what doesn't matter and start focusing on what truly does. To build a life of success, you must also manage your thoughts. Your thoughts create your emotions, and your emotions drive your actions. If your thoughts are full of fear, doubt, and negativity, you will move in that direction. But if your thoughts are full of courage, confidence, and hope, you will move towards success. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you think about it. That's where your power lies. Let's not forget one more essential part of the foundation: faith. Faith means trusting the process even when you can't see the results yet. It's believing that your hard work will pay off even when progress feels slow. It's having the courage to keep going when there's no guarantee. Faith gives strength to your purpose, energy to your actions, and calm to your heart. Success is not built in one day. It's built every day, brick by brick, decision by decision, effort by effort. There will be times when you feel like nothing is happening, but every small step is a part of the journey. Remember, the tallest trees take the longest to grow. As you continue your path towards success, always come back to your foundation. Strengthen it whenever you feel lost. Rebuild it whenever life shakes it. And never forget, your foundation is you. Your beliefs, your purpose, your actions, they are the roots of everything you will ever achieve. So start today. Believe in yourself, define your purpose, and take the first step. No matter how small it is, it's still progress. Keep going, keep learning, and keep growing. Because once you build a strong foundation, there's no limit to how high you can rise. Success is not a secret. It's a law, and it begins with you. Chapter 2. The Power of Definite Purpose. Every great achievement begins with a clear purpose. Purpose is the compass that guides your journey through life. Without it, even the strongest person can lose direction. With it, even the weakest person can find incredible strength. Purpose gives meaning to your days, focus to your mind, and power to your actions. It turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Think of your purpose as the engine of your life. It's what keeps you moving forward when times are hard. It gives you energy when you feel tired and hope when you feel lost. Without purpose, life can feel like walking in circles, busy but going nowhere. But when you know exactly what you're working toward, every step has meaning. Many people struggle because they don't know what they truly want. They live by accident, not by intention. They let circumstances, other people's opinions, or temporary emotions decide their direction. But success doesn't happen by accident. Success comes to those who choose a clear purpose and stick to it, no matter what happens around them. Having a definite purpose doesn't mean you have to know every detail of your future. It simply means you know what direction you want to go. It's about having a clear goal, something that inspires you, challenges you, and gives you a reason to wake up every morning. Close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, what do I truly want in life? Don't answer with what others expect from you. Don't think about what's realistic or what seems possible. Listen to your heart. The voice of purpose is quiet but powerful. It's that inner calling that keeps returning, no matter how much you try to ignore it. Your purpose doesn't have to be something huge or famous. It just has to be meaningful to you. For one person, it may be building a business. For another, it may be raising a strong family. For someone else, it may be helping others, creating art, or inspiring people through words or actions. What matters is that your purpose feels right and true. Once you find your purpose, write it down. Make it clear. Describe it in simple words that remind you of who you want to become. A goal that lives only in your mind is easy to forget. A purpose written down becomes a promise to yourself. Put it somewhere you can see every day, on your wall, your desk, or your phone. Let it remind you why you started. A person with a definite purpose doesn't drift with the wind. They stand firm even when storms come. They don't chase every opportunity. They choose what aligns with their mission. That's the power of clarity. It helps you say yes to the things that matter and no to the things that don't. If you don't define your purpose, someone else will define it for you. The world is full of distractions trying to pull your attention in every direction. Social media, entertainment, opinions, they all compete for your focus. But your focus is your power. Protect it. Every minute you waste on things that don't matter takes you farther away from your purpose. Success demands direction. Imagine a ship sailing without a destination. The wind may blow it somewhere, but it will never reach a meaningful place. In the same way, people who live without purpose may stay busy all their lives, yet feel empty inside. Purpose gives you a destination, a map, and the motivation to keep moving. You may ask, what if I don't know my purpose yet? That's okay. Finding your purpose is a journey, not a race. It often starts with curiosity, the things that excite you, move you, or make you lose track of time. Pay attention to what makes your heart come alive. Purpose often hides in the things you love to do. Also, look at your challenges. Sometimes your pain points toward your purpose. People who suffered from loneliness often dedicate their lives to helping others feel connected. Those who grew up in struggle may feel called to inspire others to rise above their struggles. Your story, with all its ups and downs, shapes the reason you were born. Once you find your purpose, make a plan. A purpose without a plan remains only a dream. Break it down into smaller goals. Decide what you can do today, this week, or this month to move closer to it. Every small step counts. The journey of success is built on consistent effort, not giant leaps. A definite purpose gives you power because it brings focus. When you have focus, you stop wasting energy on what doesn't matter. You no longer get easily discouraged by failure because you know what you're working for. Failure becomes just another lesson, not a dead end. Purpose also brings confidence. When you know why you're doing something, you don't need approval from others. You don't need to prove yourself. You already know your value because your purpose gives your life direction. People without purpose often seek validation. They constantly ask, am I doing enough? But people with purpose know the answer within their hearts. To live with purpose, you must also learn the art of persistence. The road won't always be smooth. There will be distractions, failures, and moments of doubt. But if your purpose is strong, nothing can stop you. When you have a why, you can face any how. The world respects those who live with purpose. They stand out because they are not easily shaken. You can feel it in their eyes, their actions, and their words. They live with intention. They know where they are going. And that kind of energy attracts success naturally. Living with purpose also gives you peace. You stop comparing your journey to others because you're focused on your own path. You understand that everyone's timing is different. You're no longer in a hurry to prove anything. You're simply committed to becoming the best version of yourself. Sometimes your purpose may evolve as you grow. That's perfectly fine. Life changes, and so do you. The key is to stay true to your values and keep moving in the direction that feels meaningful. As long as your heart is aligned with your actions, you are on the right path. If you ever feel lost or unmotivated, return to your purpose. Ask yourself, why did I start? What am I trying to create? Who am I trying to become? These questions will reignite your passion and help you realign your focus. The greatest mistake people make is waiting for the perfect purpose before starting. But purpose becomes clearer as you take action. Don't wait for the full picture. Start with what you know, and the rest will reveal itself along the way. Purpose turns life into an adventure. Every challenge becomes a lesson, every success becomes a reward, and every day becomes meaningful. With a definite purpose, you no longer just exist, you truly live. So define your purpose, write it, feel it, live it. Let it guide your choices, shape your habits, and strengthen your will. Don't let fear, doubt, or delay hold you back. The world needs people who live with purpose, people like you. Remember, the law of success rewards those who know where they are going. The clearer your purpose, the faster your progress. When your heart and actions move in the same direction, you become unstoppable. Your purpose is the light that will guide you through the darkest nights. Hold on to it, follow it with faith. Because once you find your purpose and live by it, success becomes not just a dream, it becomes your destiny. Chapter 3, the law of faith and belief. Faith and belief are the invisible forces that move mountains, open doors, and turn dreams into reality. They are the foundation of all success stories and the heartbeat of every great achievement. Without belief, even the most talented person will fall short. But with faith, even the ordinary can achieve the extraordinary. Every thought you hold, every dream you nurture, and every goal you chase begins with belief. Before success ever happens in the physical world, it begins in the mind. You must first see it inside before you can create it outside. This is the law of faith and belief, the unshakable truth that what you believe, you become. The way you see yourself shapes everything you do. If you believe you're strong, you'll act strong. If you believe you're weak, you'll act weak. Your beliefs create your behaviors, and your behaviors create your results. That is why true success always starts within. Faith is not about hoping something might happen. It's about knowing it will happen, even when you can't see how. It's the quiet confidence that whispers, "I will make it," when the world shouts, "You can't." Faith is the courage to take one more step when everything inside you says stop. The truth is, most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack belief. They give up before their dreams have a chance to grow. They let fear, doubt, and insecurity control their actions. But faith is the opposite of fear. When you believe in yourself and in your vision, fear loses its power. Think of belief as a seed. When you plant it, you must nurture it with positive thoughts, patience, and action. If you constantly doubt yourself, it's like digging up the seed to see if it's growing. It never has the chance to take root. Faith means trusting that your efforts will bear fruit, even when you can't see results yet. One of the most powerful things you can ever do is learn to believe in yourself, not in a proud or arrogant way, but in a quiet, steady way, knowing that you were created for a purpose and that you have the strength to fulfill it. You may not have all the answers right now, and that's okay. You just need enough faith to take the next step. When you believe, you start to act differently. You walk taller, speak with confidence, and face challenges with determination. Your energy changes, and people can feel it. The world often reflects what you project. When you carry belief within you, you attract opportunities, support, and ideas that align with your goals. Many people wait to believe until they see proof, but success doesn't work that way. The proof comes after the belief, not before. You have to see it in your mind long before you hold it in your hands. Faith is what keeps you working, even when results are slow. It's what makes you try again after you fail. Belief is a choice. Every day you choose what to believe about yourself, about your future, about what's possible. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," your actions will follow that belief. But if you tell yourself, "I can learn, I can improve, I can succeed," then your mind will start finding ways to make that true. Your words are powerful. What you say to yourself becomes the story you live. So speak life into your dreams. Replace "I can't" with "I will." Replace "it's too hard" with "I'll find a way." Replace "I failed" with "I'm learning." These small changes shape your mindset and build your faith. There will always be moments when doubt tries to creep in. Even the most confident people feel uncertain at times. The key is not to let those moments control you. When you feel doubt, remind yourself of how far you've already come. Remember the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the strength that got you here. You've faced tough times before, and you can face them again. Faith also means believing in something bigger than yourself, whether that's destiny, the universe, or the divine plan of life. It's the understanding that everything happens for a reason, even the hard things. Sometimes a door closes not because you're not good enough, but because something better is waiting ahead. When you live with faith, you don't panic when things go wrong. You trust the process. You understand that every setback carries a lesson and every failure brings growth. Faith turns challenges into stepping stones. Belief also attracts support. People are drawn to those who believe in themselves. Think about it. Would you follow someone who constantly doubts their abilities? Of course not. But when you meet someone who truly believes in what they're doing, it inspires you to believe too. That's the power of faith. It's contagious. But faith alone is not enough. It must be matched with action. You can't just sit and wait for miracles. You must work toward them. Faith gives you the courage to act, and action gives your faith strength. Every step you take proves that your belief is real. There will be days when you feel like giving up. The results may seem far away. The effort may feel endless. But those are the moments when faith matters most. Success doesn't test your faith when things are easy. It tests it when things are hard. Keep believing even when you don't see progress, because unseen progress is still progress. Remember, success isn't always about speed. It's about consistency. Faith helps you stay consistent. It keeps you moving when motivation fades. It reminds you that every small action counts, even when no one is watching. Never let anyone's disbelief shake your faith. People may doubt you, criticize you, or laugh at your dreams. That's okay. They don't see what you see. Your vision wasn't given to them. It was given to you. Protect it. Believe in it, even if you're the only one who does. Sometimes your greatest act of faith is simply refusing to quit. You may not feel confident every day, but you can still show up and do your best. That's faith in motion, continuing to move forward even when you don't have all the answers. The law of faith and belief says this: whatever you truly believe about yourself and your future will eventually become your reality. So choose your beliefs wisely. Choose to believe that you are capable, that your dreams are possible, and that your efforts will lead to success. When you live with faith, you stop asking, what if I fail, and start asking, what if I succeed? You stop seeing obstacles as barriers and start seeing them as challenges to overcome. You stop waiting for the right moment and start creating it. Faith makes the impossible possible. It turns fear into strength, confusion into clarity, and struggle into growth. It's the secret ingredient behind every breakthrough. So believe in yourself, not because life is easy, but because you are strong. Believe in your dreams, not because they're guaranteed, but because they're worth it. Believe in the process, because every step, even the hard ones, is leading you towards something great. The law of success rewards those who believe before they see. Keep your faith alive, even in silence, even in uncertainty. Because once you truly believe, the universe starts to move with you. Hold your faith, strengthen your belief, and remember, the power to succeed has always been inside you. Chapter 4: The Law of Self-Discipline. Self-discipline is the bridge that connects your goals to your achievements. It's the quiet force that turns dreams into results, the inner strength that pushes you to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Without discipline, talent fades, motivation disappears, and good intentions lose power. But with discipline, even ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. Discipline is not about punishing yourself or living a joyless life. It's about creating control, the ability to direct your actions toward what truly matters. It means saying no to distractions so you can say yes to your dreams. It's the difference between those who wish for success and those who make success happen. Many people fail not because they lack knowledge or skill, but because they lack consistency. They start with excitement, but when things get hard, they stop. Self-discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation runs out. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. To live by the law of self-discipline means making choices that serve your long-term goals, not your short-term emotions. It's easy to give in to comfort. It's easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow. But every time you delay your progress, you move one step further from your dream. Discipline teaches you to act now, not later. Every successful person has mastered the art of discipline. They've trained their mind to work even when they don't feel inspired. They've learned that feelings come and go, but results come from persistence. Whether it's waking up early, saving money, studying, or practicing a skill, success is built on small, consistent actions repeated daily. Think about this. Success doesn't require doing amazing things once in a while. It requires doing simple things again and again with dedication. Like a sculptor shaping a statue, discipline shapes your life, one action at a time. To develop self-discipline, start with small steps. Don't try to change everything overnight. Choose one area of your life, maybe your health, your work, or your habits, and commit to improving it. Keep your promises to yourself. When you say you'll do something, do it. Every time you follow through, your confidence grows and your discipline becomes stronger. One of the hardest parts of discipline is fighting against comfort. We live in a world that loves convenience. Easy food, easy entertainment, easy pleasure. But comfort can be dangerous if it keeps you from growing. Success lives just outside your comfort zone. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you build mental strength. There will be days when your mind will try to convince you to take the easy path, to skip the work, to rest just for today. That's when discipline must speak louder than doubt. You don't need to feel perfect to take action. You just need to take action anyway. Discipline isn't about being emotionless. It's about being committed. You will also face distractions, endless notifications, social media, or negative influences around you. Discipline means learning to focus in a world full of noise. Protect your attention as if it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Where your focus goes, your life goes. Self-discipline also teaches you patience. Many people quit because they don't see results fast enough. But discipline reminds you that true success takes time. The most valuable things in life are built slowly, brick by brick, day by day. Every effort counts, even when the progress feels invisible. When you practice discipline, you begin to trust yourself. You stop waiting for motivation or permission. You realize that you are in control. That feeling of self-control is one of the greatest forms of freedom. You no longer depend on mood or luck. You depend on your actions. One of the best ways to strengthen your discipline is to have a routine. A routine turns important tasks into habits. When something becomes a habit, it no longer depends on willpower. It becomes automatic. Wake up at the same time, plan your day, and commit to specific goals. Even small routines build consistency and confidence. Another key part of discipline is learning to manage your emotions. When you feel angry, sad, or frustrated, discipline helps you respond wisely instead of reacting quickly. Success is not just about how you act when things go well. It's about how you behave when they don't. Self-control gives you power over your actions and your words. Discipline is also about sacrifice. You can't have everything at once. You must give up something today for something greater tomorrow. That may mean fewer hours of sleep to study, less time with entertainment to build your dreams, or avoiding temptations that delay your progress. Remember, every sacrifice today builds your success tomorrow. But discipline doesn't mean being harsh on yourself. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. Forgive yourself when you fall, but don't stay down. Learn from your mistakes and start again. Every new day is a chance to rebuild your commitment. Self-discipline becomes easier when you remember your why. Why are you doing this? What do you want to achieve? What would your life look like if you stayed consistent? When you connect your actions to your purpose, discipline feels less like a burden and more like a choice. Sometimes discipline also means walking away from things that don't serve you, negative people, unhealthy habits, or environments that distract you. Letting go is not weakness, it's wisdom. You cannot reach your full potential while holding on to what keeps you small. Discipline will test you. It will ask for effort, focus, and patience, but it will also reward you with results, growth, and confidence. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pride of achievement lasts forever. Think about athletes who train every day, even in pain. Think about students who study while others sleep. Think about entrepreneurs who work while others rest. They all understand one truth: success demands discipline. The world is full of talented people who never reach their potential because they lack discipline. But even an average person with strong discipline can outperform the most talented one who doesn't stay consistent. Discipline beats motivation, talent, and luck every time. To master discipline, practice self-control in small things. Start with your morning routine, your spending habits, or how you use your time. The discipline you build in one area of life spreads into others. It becomes part of who you are. And remember, the goal of discipline is freedom, not restriction. When you're disciplined with your time, you have more freedom to do what you love. When you're disciplined with money, you have more freedom to choose your lifestyle. When you're disciplined with your emotions, you have peace. Discipline gives. It doesn't take away. In time, self-discipline becomes your greatest strength. It becomes your silent power, the thing that keeps you grounded, focused, and unstoppable. You won't need to chase success anymore because success will come naturally to those who stay consistent. The law of self-discipline is simple. If you control yourself, you can control your future. Every act of discipline brings you closer to the life you dream of. Every time you push through laziness, every time you keep your word, every time you stay focused, you're proving to yourself that you can be trusted with success. So be disciplined. Show up when it's hard. Do the work no one sees. Be patient when the results take time. And when others quit, keep going. because the world belongs to those who stay the course. Success belongs to those who master themselves. And once you master self-discipline, there's nothing, absolutely nothing, you cannot achieve. Chapter 5, the law of persistence. If there is one law that separates those who succeed from those who give up, it is the law of persistence. Persistence means refusing to quit, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. It is the quiet determination to keep going when the world tells you to stop. It is the courage to try again after failure, to believe again after disappointment, and to rise again after falling. Every great success story in history is built on persistence. Talent may open the door, but persistence keeps it open. Ideas may give you a start, but persistence brings you to the finish line. Without persistence, even the strongest dreams fade away, but with it, even impossible dreams become reality. Persistence doesn't mean never failing. It means never staying down. Every time you get up after life knocks you down, you become stronger. Every setback you face is not a sign to quit, but a test of your commitment. Success is not for the lucky, it's for the consistent. Many people start strong. They are excited, motivated, and full of energy at the beginning. But when challenges appear, they lose hope. They expect progress to come quickly, and when it doesn't, they stop. But true success takes time. Nothing great is built overnight. Mountains aren't climbed in a day, and dreams aren't fulfilled in a week. Persistence is what turns time into triumph. Think of persistence as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you keep going, even when it's hard, you build that muscle. The people who succeed in life are not always the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to quit. When things get tough, most people look for excuses, but persistent people look for ways. They don't say, "I can't do this." They ask, "How can I make this work?" That small shift in thinking changes everything. You will face moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. You will have days when nothing seems to go right, but those are the moments that define you. Anyone can move forward when the path is easy. Persistence means moving forward when it's not. Every struggle you face has a purpose. Every delay, every failure, every disappointment teaches you something valuable: patience, resilience, humility, and strength. Without those lessons, you wouldn't be ready for the success waiting ahead. The truth is, persistence isn't just about effort. It's about faith. It's believing that your work matters even when the results haven't appeared yet. It's trusting the process even when you can't see the progress. Many people quit just before their breakthrough. Don't let that be you. Sometimes the darkest night comes right before the sunrise. To master persistence, you must learn to control your emotions. There will be times of doubt, frustration, and fear. But emotions are temporary. Your purpose is permanent. When you feel tired, remember why you started. When you feel lost, remember how far you've come. And when you feel like quitting, remind yourself that quitting will only take you back to where you began, and you didn't come this far to stop now. Persistence is also about consistency. Small actions repeated daily are more powerful than big efforts done occasionally. Even when progress seems slow, keep moving. Each day of effort adds up, like drops filling a bucket. One day you'll look back and realize that all those small steps created something big. Don't compare your progress to others. Everyone's journey is different. Some succeed fast, others take longer, but time doesn't matter if you don't stop. The only real failure is giving up. As long as you keep trying, you're still in the game. To stay persistent, focus on progress, not perfection. You will make mistakes, and that's okay. Mistakes are proof that you're learning. Don't let one bad day make you forget all the good days you've had. Every setback is just a setup for a comeback. You will also need patience. Success doesn't always come when you expect it, but it always comes to those who keep going. Think of a seed buried underground. For weeks, nothing seems to happen, but deep below the surface, the seed is growing roots, preparing to rise. Persistence is the same. Even when you can't see results, something is happening inside you: growth, wisdom, and strength. There will be people who doubt you, who tell you it's impossible. Let their doubts become your motivation. Don't waste energy proving them wrong. Prove yourself right. The world often gives up on those who refuse to give up on themselves. Remember, persistence is not stubbornness. Stubbornness is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Persistence means learning, adjusting, and improving, but never stopping. When one path doesn't work, find another, but never lose sight of your goal. You can build persistence through habits. Wake up and do what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. Keep promises to yourself. Celebrate small wins. They remind you that progress is happening. Every time you finish a task, complete a workout, or overcome fear, you strengthen your persistence. Also, surround yourself with people who encourage your persistence. Negative voices can weaken your determination, but positive influences strengthen it. Spend time with those who push you to be your best and remind you to keep going. Sometimes persistence is quiet. It's not always about loud motivation or visible results. It's about showing up again and again, calmly, patiently, and faithfully. The person who keeps showing up will always outlast the one who only shows up when it's easy. You must understand this truth. The journey of success will test your limits. It will challenge your patience, your emotions, and your endurance. But that's the purpose of the journey. It shapes you into the person capable of holding the success you seek. Without persistence, even if success comes, it won't last because you won't have the strength to keep it. Think of those who inspire you, leaders, inventors, artists, or achievers. Behind every great victory lies a story of persistence. They didn't succeed because it was easy. They succeeded because they didn't stop when it was hard. Life rewards those who stay in motion. If you keep walking, eventually you'll reach your destination. If you keep learning, you'll eventually master your craft. If you keep believing, your dreams will eventually take shape. The key is to never stop, not for fear, not for failure, not for fatigue. The law of persistence says, if you keep moving forward with faith and effort, success will meet you halfway. Every challenge is just another step on the road to greatness. The longer you persist, the closer you get. So, don't be afraid of slow progress. Be afraid of standing still. Don't worry about how long it takes. Worry only about whether you're still trying. Keep moving, keep believing, keep fighting, because persistence always wins, always. It may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but one day your persistence will pay off, and you'll look back and realize every struggle, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt was worth it. Success doesn't come to those who start the journey, it comes to those who finish it. So keep going, no matter what, because the person who never quits never fails. Chapter 6, The Law of Positive Thinking. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can build your world or break it. What you think determines how you feel, how you act, and what you attract into your life. The law of positive thinking teaches that success begins not in your circumstances, but in your thoughts. When your mind is filled with positive ideas, your life begins to move in a positive direction. You see, every thought is like a seed. If you plant negative seeds, fear, doubt, anger, or worry, you will grow weeds that choke your dreams. But if you plant positive seeds, hope, faith, gratitude, and belief, you will grow a beautiful garden of success. Your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner world. Change your thoughts and you change your life. Many people don't realize how powerful their thoughts truly are. They allow negativity to take over without noticing. They focus on what's missing, what's wrong, or what could go bad. But negativity is like a shadow. The more you look at it, the bigger it grows. Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means facing them with confidence and faith instead of fear. Positive thinking is not pretending everything is perfect. It's believing that no matter what happens, you will find a way. It's the quiet inner voice that says, I can do this, even when life says, you can't. When you train your mind to see the good in every situation, you give yourself power. For example, when something goes wrong, a positive thinker doesn't say, why is this happening to me? Instead, they ask, what can I learn from this? That small change in perspective transforms problems into lessons, obstacles into opportunities. Your thoughts are magnets. If you constantly think about fear, you attract more reasons to be afraid. If you constantly think about success, hope, and strength, you attract situations that help you grow. What you focus on expands. That is one of life's greatest truths. So how can you begin to think positively, especially in a negative world? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts. Notice how often you complain, doubt, or criticize yourself. Then challenge those thoughts. Replace "I can't" with "I will find a way." Replace "this is too hard" with "this is teaching me something valuable." Every time you replace a negative thought with a positive one, you strengthen your mind. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with shape your mindset more than you realize. If you're always around negativity, it's easy to absorb it. But when you're surrounded by uplifting people, positive energy becomes natural. Read inspiring books, listen to motivational messages, and limit your time with things that drain your spirit. Gratitude is another powerful part of positive thinking. When you focus on what you already have, you attract more reasons to be thankful. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into blessings. Every morning, remind yourself of 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as your health, your family, or even the chance to start fresh. Gratitude turns your focus from what's missing to what's meaningful. Positive thinking also builds confidence. When you believe in yourself, you open doors that fear kept closed. Confidence doesn't mean you'll never doubt yourself. It means you trust yourself enough to move forward despite the doubt. Every success begins with a single thought: I can. There will be times when staying positive feels impossible. Life can be unfair and challenges can be heavy. But remember this: positivity is a choice, not a feeling. You may not control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond. When you respond with strength, hope, and faith, you rise above your circumstances. Even science supports the power of positive thinking. People with optimistic mindsets are healthier, happier, and more successful. Their minds are more creative under stress because positivity opens up possibilities. Negativity closes your mind. Positivity expands it. To apply the law of positive thinking, start each day with intention. Instead of waking up and saying, "I hope today is good," say, "I will make today good." This shift makes you the creator of your day instead of a victim of it. Before bed, reflect on something that went well. Even if it was a small victory, recognize it. These small acts of positivity create powerful results over time. You must also learn to speak positively. Your words are an echo of your thoughts, and they shape how you feel. Stop using words like impossible, hopeless, or useless. Replace them with possible, hopeful, and valuable. Speak life into your dreams. Speak encouragement into your struggles. Words carry energy. Use them to build, not destroy. Positive thinking doesn't mean you'll always feel happy. It means you don't allow negative emotions to control your life. You can acknowledge pain, fear, or sadness without letting them define your reality. It's okay to feel low. What matters is that you don't stay there. Every storm ends. Every night turns to day. When you practice positive thinking long enough, it becomes natural. Your mind begins to look for the light instead of the darkness. You start to trust that every setback hides a lesson and every ending carries a beginning. This mindset doesn't just make you feel better, it makes you stronger, wiser, and more capable. Remember, positivity is contagious. When you carry a positive attitude, you lift others around you. Your smile can change someone's day. Your words can give hope to someone who's struggling. That's the beauty of positivity. It doesn't just improve your life, it improves the world around you. There will always be negativity in people, in media, in the world, but you don't have to absorb it. Think of your mind as a garden. Weeds may grow, but you decide whether to water them or pull them out. Feed your garden with love, hope, and gratitude, and watch it bloom. Never forget this truth. Success is not built by chance. It's built by choice. And one of the greatest choices you can ever make is to think positively, no matter the situation. Because when your mind believes in light, your path will never stay dark for long. The law of positive thinking says your thoughts create your reality. When you fill your mind with faith instead of fear, hope instead of worry, gratitude instead of greed, life responds with blessings, opportunities, and joy. So think good thoughts, speak good words, expect good things. Keep your heart open and let positivity guide your journey. You may not see change overnight, but one day you'll look back and realize how powerful your mind truly was and how every positive thought built the foundation of your success. Your mind is your greatest ally. Use it well, feed it right, and it will lead you to everything you desire. That is the law of positive thinking, and it never fails. Chapter 7, the law of action. Success begins with vision, but it comes to life through action. You can dream as big as you want, imagine all kinds of wonderful things, and fill your mind with positive thoughts, but none of it will matter unless you take action. The law of action says that thoughts create possibilities, but action creates reality. Every dream starts as an idea, a spark of inspiration deep inside your heart, but that idea only becomes real when you move. Success doesn't come to those who wait for perfect timing. It comes to those who act even when things aren't perfect. You can plan, think, and prepare forever, but unless you take that first step, you'll stay exactly where you are. Action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Everyone has dreams, but few people take consistent action to make them real. Many wait for motivation, but the truth is motivation comes after you start, not before. Once you begin moving, energy builds. Progress creates momentum, and momentum creates success. Think about it. A car can't change direction while it's parked. You have to start driving before you can steer. The same goes for your life. You don't need to have everything figured out before you begin. You just need to start. The first step is often the hardest, but it's also the most powerful. Many people fear failure, so they hesitate to act. They worry, what if I make a mistake? But doing nothing is the biggest mistake of all. When you take action, you might fail, but when you don't, you guarantee failure. Every successful person you admire failed many times before they succeeded. They learned, adjusted, and tried again. Action gives you experience, and experience gives you wisdom. The truth is, you don't need to see the whole path. You just need to take the next step. Life rewards movement. When you act, doors open that you never noticed before. When you stay still, even the best opportunities pass by unnoticed. The law of action also teaches the importance of consistency. Taking one big action once in a while isn't enough. Small, daily actions are what build greatness. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing something every day. Even one small step forward keeps you in motion. Let's say you want to improve your health. Reading about exercise won't change your body. Watching videos about healthy eating won't make you stronger. You have to move your body, make better food choices, and stay committed. Action turns intention into transformation. Similarly, if you dream of building a business, don't just wait for the perfect time or perfect plan. Start where you are. Take small steps. Research, create, connect, and keep improving. Every action brings you closer. The perfect time is now, because waiting only delays your destiny. Many people confuse activity with action. Being busy is not the same as being productive. You can do 100 small, meaningless things and still go nowhere. True action is focused, intentional, and directed toward your goals. Always ask yourself, is this moving me closer to my dream or keeping me stuck? Fear will try to hold you back. It will whisper, what if it doesn't work? But you must learn to answer with, what if it does? Don't let fear of the unknown stop you from discovering what's possible. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. Action builds confidence. When you take steps toward your goals, you begin to trust yourself more. You prove that you're capable, strong, and determined. Confidence isn't built by thinking positively alone. It's built by doing. Every small victory adds to your belief in yourself. The people who achieve success are not necessarily smarter or luckier. They simply act more. They take chances, make mistakes, and keep trying. The world rewards action takers because they create change. While others wait for opportunity, action takers create it. You may not feel ready. Most people never do. But readiness comes through action. Start before you're ready. That's how you grow. The moment you begin, you'll discover strength you didn't know you had. Life meets you halfway when you show effort. Discipline is also a key part of the law of action. There will be days when you don't feel like working, when your motivation is low, and your results seem invisible. But those are the days that count the most. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. Action done consistently, even without excitement, leads to success. Remember this, action changes your energy. When you're stuck in fear or doubt, take one small action. Send that message. Make that call. Write that plan. Go for that walk. You'll feel your confidence rise instantly. Movement breaks the chains of hesitation. Another truth of this law is that opportunities often appear after you start. Life has a way of rewarding effort. When you take steps forward, new people, ideas, and chances begin to align with your path. But they'll never appear if you don't move first. The law of action also includes persistence, continuing even when progress is slow. The first steps might not bring instant results, but they set things in motion. You can't see a seed grow under the soil, but something is happening. Action is the same. You may not notice results immediately, but each step plants a seed that will grow in time. You must also balance action with patience. Don't expect instant success. Keep moving, keep believing, and let time do its work. Every great achievement began with small, imperfect actions done consistently over time. Avoid waiting for perfect conditions. There is no perfect moment, no ideal setup. If you wait for everything to be right, you'll wait forever. Take action with what you have, where you are. You can adjust and improve along the way. Even when you make mistakes, don't stop. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Every failure carries a lesson that helps you get better. Action gives you feedback. Feedback gives you improvement. Without action, you never learn. And here's something powerful. Action creates hope. When you move even a little, you feel more alive. You realize that your situation can change because you're doing something about it. Inaction, on the other hand, breeds fear, doubt, and regret. The more you hesitate, the more your dream fades away. To live by the law of action, remember 3 words. Start, continue, finish. Start, even when you're afraid. Continue, even when it's hard. Finish, even when it takes longer than you thought. Every great journey begins with a single step, but it continues with many more. Don't just talk about your dreams, walk toward them. Don't just wish for a better life, work for it. Don't just plan, act. Success doesn't come to those who think about it, it comes to those who act on it. Action is the key that unlocks every door of opportunity. It turns goals into achievements and dreams into reality. So take that first step today. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Every action you take brings you closer to the life you imagine. Keep moving, keep growing, and never stop taking action. Because action, more than anything else, is what turns vision into victory. That is the unshakable truth of the law of action. When you move, life moves with you. Chapter 8. The Law of Learning and Growth. Life is a classroom, and every day brings a new lesson. Some lessons are gentle, others are painful, but all of them shape who you are becoming. The law of learning and growth teaches that success is not only about reaching goals, it's about growing into the kind of person who can achieve and sustain them. You see, growth is not something that happens once in a while. It's a lifelong process. Every experience, whether good or bad, teaches you something valuable. The key is to remain a learner, curious, humble, and open-minded. The moment you stop learning, you stop growing. And when growth stops, progress begins to fade. Many people think success is about achieving more money, more recognition, more comfort. But true success is about becoming more patient, more disciplined, more compassionate, more wise. What you achieve will always be a reflection of who you've become inside. Every challenge in life has a purpose. When something doesn't go your way, it's easy to ask, why me? But the better question is, what is this teaching me? Difficult times are not punishments, they are teachers in disguise. The strongest people in the world didn't become that way by living easy lives. They became strong because life tested them, and they learned from those tests. Growth often comes from discomfort. Just as muscles grow when stretched and challenged, your character grows when you face pressure. You can't become stronger without resistance. So instead of running away from problems, see them as opportunities to rise. Every obstacle carries within it a chance to learn something new about yourself and the world. The law of learning and growth reminds us that knowledge alone isn't enough. You must apply what you learn. Reading books, watching videos, or listening to motivational words will only change you if you act on them. Learning is about transformation, not just information. A single idea, when lived out daily, is more powerful than 1,000 ideas never used. Think about how you've grown over the years. The person you were 5 years ago is not the same person you are today. You've learned things you didn't know back then. You faced challenges that shaped you. Growth may not always be visible in the moment, but when you look back, you realize how far you've come. To truly grow, you must be willing to step outside your comfort zone. The comfort zone is safe, but nothing new happens there. Every great discovery in life happens when you take a step into the unknown. It's okay to be scared. Fear is a sign that you're stretching yourself. Growth begins the moment comfort ends. Be a lifelong learner. Stay curious. Ask questions. Read, explore, and observe. The world is full of wisdom waiting for open minds. Don't assume you know everything, because the more you learn, the more you realize how much more there is to understand. Humility keeps your mind open, and openness invites growth. Learning also requires patience. Growth doesn't happen overnight. Just like a tree takes time to grow roots before it reaches the sky, you need time to build strength and depth. Don't rush the process. Every season of your life serves a purpose. Some seasons are for planting, some for growing, and others for harvesting. Mistakes are one of the greatest teachers in life. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. When you make mistakes, you learn what doesn't work, and that guides you toward what does. The key is not to repeat the same mistake. Instead, use it to grow wiser and stronger. Every failure carries a hidden lesson that success alone can't teach. Another important part of growth is feedback. Sometimes others see what you can't see about yourself. Don't reject correction. Embrace it. It's not always easy to hear, but honest feedback is a gift. It shows you where you can improve and helps you become your best self. The law of learning and growth also teaches us the value of adaptation. The world is always changing, and so must you. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Those who stay flexible and willing to learn always find new ways to succeed. The ability to adapt is one of the strongest forms of intelligence. Personal growth isn't only about external achievements, it's also about inner transformation. Learn to manage your emotions, control your reactions, and understand your thoughts. When you master your inner world, your outer world naturally improves. Never compare your growth to someone else's. Everyone learns at their own pace. Some people grow quickly, others take longer. What matters is that you keep moving forward. Comparison steals your joy and distracts you from your own journey. Focus on being better than you were yesterday. Growth also requires reflection. Take time to pause and look back on your journey. Ask yourself, what have I learned this week? What can I improve? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without reflection, you may keep repeating the same lessons without understanding them. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. The right people inspire learning. They ask deep questions, share new ideas, and push you to be your best. Avoid those who hold you back or keep you comfortable in mediocrity. Growth happens when you're around those who encourage you to rise higher. Sometimes, growth means letting go of old habits, limiting beliefs, or even people who no longer align with your journey. It's not easy to release what's familiar, but you can't step into your future while clinging to your past. Growth often requires making room for something better. And remember, growth is not a straight line. You'll have ups and downs, moments of confidence and moments of doubt. That's okay. Progress is rarely smooth. What matters is that you keep learning and moving forward, even when the path feels uncertain. The law of learning and growth is about embracing the truth that life is always teaching you something. Every experience, every person you meet, every challenge you face, they're all part of your education. The more you learn, the more capable you become. The more you grow, the more success naturally follows. Knowledge without growth is like a tree without roots. It won't stand for long. But when you keep learning and applying what you know, your foundation becomes strong and success becomes sustainable. So, never stop being a student of life. Keep your mind open, your heart humble, and your spirit curious. Grow through what you go through. Learn from every victory, and learn even more from every defeat. The law of learning and growth reminds you that every step, every struggle, every success is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the greatness that lies ahead. You don't just want success, you want growth. Because when you grow, success is not something you chase, it's something you attract. That is the beauty of learning. That is the power of growth. And that is the law that transforms an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Chapter 9, The Law of Contribution. Success becomes meaningful only when it's shared. The law of contribution teaches that the greatest joy, the deepest fulfillment, and the truest success come not from what you get, but from what you give. Life is not just about personal gain. It's about making a difference, leaving a mark, and lifting others along the way. When you contribute to others through your time, your skills, your kindness, or your wisdom, you create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond what you can see. Every act of giving plants a seed that grows into something beautiful, both in your life and in the lives of others. The world often tells us that success is measured by how much we have, but the real measure of success is how much we give. Money, fame, and status can make you appear successful, but only contribution can make you feel successful. Because true happiness doesn't come from accumulation, it comes from impact. Contribution doesn't always mean grand gestures. You don't have to be rich to give or powerful to make a difference. Sometimes the smallest actions, a smile, a word of encouragement, a helping hand, can change someone's entire day. What seems small to you can mean everything to someone else. When you give from the heart without expecting anything in return, you tap into one of the most powerful forces in life. The universe has a way of returning kindness multiplied. What you give comes back to you, not always in the same form, but always in value. This is the beautiful balance of life. Contribution is not about losing something. It's about sharing what you already have in abundance. When you help others grow, you grow too. When you teach, you learn. When you support, you strengthen your own spirit. Giving doesn't take away from you, it expands you. Think about the people who inspire you most. They are remembered not just for what they achieved, but for how they made others feel. Leaders, teachers, creators, and dreamers, they all found meaning in contribution. They used their gifts to make the world a little brighter, and in doing so, they discovered a deeper kind of success. We live in a world that needs more givers, people who care, who listen, who uplift. You don't have to solve every problem or save the world. Just make a difference where you can. Each person has something unique to offer, a story, a skill, a kindness that no one else can give in quite the same way. Sometimes contribution is as simple as being there for someone, offering comfort, understanding, or hope. At other times, it's about using your talents to create something valuable, a product, a message, an idea that helps others live better. Every act of service adds light to the world. The law of contribution also teaches that the more you give, the more you receive, not always in material form, but in peace, purpose, and satisfaction. Giving makes you feel alive. It connects you to something greater than yourself. It reminds you that life is not just about existence, it's about meaning. There's a saying, the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to make some difference that you have lived and lived well. When you contribute, you fulfill that purpose. You turn success from something personal into something powerful. Contribution requires a mindset of abundance. You must believe that you have enough to give, enough love, enough wisdom, enough strength. Many people hold back from giving because they think they don't have much. But contribution isn't about how much you have. It's about how much heart you put into what you give. Even when life is hard, giving has power. Sometimes helping others gives you the strength to overcome your own struggles. When you lift someone else, you lift yourself. Kindness creates a circle that always comes back. Success built on selfishness is fragile, but success built on service is eternal. The more value you add to others, the more valuable you become. Whether in business, relationships, or life itself, those who give the most grow the most. To live by the law of contribution, start asking a simple question every day. How can I help? It doesn't have to be something big. Maybe you can encourage a friend, share knowledge, volunteer, or simply be kind to a stranger. Each act of giving, no matter how small, contributes to the greater good. Contribution also strengthens communities. When people come together to help one another, amazing things happen. The world becomes a better, kinder, and more hopeful place, not because of a few great acts, but because of many small ones done by people like you. Remember that giving doesn't mean neglecting yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. The best way to serve others is by first taking care of yourself, your health, your peace, your growth. When you are strong, you can give more freely. Sometimes contribution means sharing your story. The lessons you've learned, the battles you've fought, the experiences you've had, they can inspire someone else who's struggling. Never underestimate the power of your journey. What you've been through can become someone else's guide. When you give, you connect with humanity on a deeper level. You realize that everyone, no matter who they are, has the same basic need to feel seen, valued, and loved. Contribution bridges the gap between hearts. It reminds us that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves. The most fulfilling life is one that creates value beyond itself. You can build wealth, achieve fame, and gain recognition, but the only legacy that truly lasts is the good you do for others. Long after your achievements are forgotten, your kindness will still live in the lives you touched. The law of contribution is the law of purpose. It teaches that you were not born just to take. You were born to give, to serve, to uplift. And when you live this way, success follows naturally because you are living in harmony with the flow of life. So give with love, share your gifts, offer your hand to those who need it. Be generous not just with your resources, but with your spirit. Because in the end, the measure of your success won't be how much you had, but how much you gave. Every day is an opportunity to contribute, to bring light, hope, and meaning into someone's life. And when you do, you'll discover the beautiful truth that the more you give, the richer your life becomes. That is the law of contribution, the law that transforms personal success into lasting significance. Chapter 10, the law of faithful vision. Every great achievement begins with a vision, a clear picture of what could be, even before it exists. The law of faithful vision teaches that success is born in the imagination, but made real through faith, action, and persistence. It's about believing in what you cannot yet see and holding on to that belief until it becomes your reality. Vision is the ability to see beyond the present. It's seeing the future not with your eyes, but with your heart. Every invention, every breakthrough, every success story began with someone who imagined something better. They saw what others could not, and they refused to let go of that picture, no matter the challenges. You might not have all the answers right now. You might not know exactly how you'll get there. But if your vision is clear and your faith is strong, you will find your way. The path may twist and turn, but the destination will remain the same. Faith is the bridge between the dream in your mind and the success in your life. A faithful vision is not just wishful thinking. It's a deep, steady belief that guides your actions. It gives you direction when things are uncertain and strength when times are hard. When you truly believe in your purpose, no obstacle can destroy it. The power of vision lies in focus. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you constantly focus on your fears, you'll live in doubt. But if you focus on your dreams, you'll begin to move toward them, one step at a time. Vision gives your life meaning. It turns ordinary days into part of an extraordinary journey. Many people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack vision. They live without a clear sense of purpose, drifting wherever life takes them. But successful people live intentionally. They wake up each day knowing where they want to go, even if the road isn't easy. Faithful vision also means seeing possibilities where others see problems. It means believing that no situation is too difficult to change. When life throws challenges your way, vision allows you to rise above them. Instead of saying, "I can't," you begin to ask, "How can I?" That question opens the door to creativity and progress. Think about the great leaders, innovators, and dreamers throughout history. They were visionaries, people who believed in something before it was real. They faced failure, rejection, and doubt, but their faith kept them moving forward. The world changes because of people who dare to see beyond the visible. You don't need to be famous to have vision. Your vision could be personal, a better future for your family, a stronger version of yourself, a dream career, or a peaceful life. Whatever it is, it starts in your mind. Once you can see it, you can begin to live it. But vision alone is not enough. It must be followed by faith and action. Faith is trusting the process, even when progress feels slow. It's holding on when nothing seems to be working. Every great goal requires patience. Seeds take time to grow, and dreams take time to bloom. Don't give up just because you don't see results right away. Faithful vision also means protecting your dreams from negativity. Not everyone will see what you see. Some people may laugh, doubt, or criticize. That's okay. Your vision wasn't given to them. It was given to you. Protect it. Believe in it. Nurture it until it grows strong enough to speak for itself. Doubt will always try to enter your mind. It will whisper that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not ready. But faith speaks louder. Faith says, I can and I will. Whenever fear tries to stop you, remind yourself why you started. Keep your eyes fixed on your vision, not on your fears. The law of faithful vision teaches us that clarity creates power. The clearer your dream, the stronger your motivation becomes. Take time to visualize your goals every day. Close your eyes and imagine the life you want. Feel it, believe it, live it in your mind. When your mind believes it's possible, your actions begin to make it real. Also, remember that vision evolves. As you grow, your dreams will grow too. What once seemed impossible may become your reality, and new goals will take its place. That's the beauty of faith. It's an ongoing journey of becoming. Sometimes your vision will be tested. You may face delays, failures, or moments of uncertainty, but these tests are not meant to break you. They are meant to strengthen your faith. Every obstacle you overcome deepens your belief in yourself and your purpose. Faithful vision also means surrendering to timing. You may not achieve everything when you want, but that doesn't mean you won't achieve it. Some dreams take longer because you need to grow into the person capable of handling them. Trust that every step, every delay, every challenge is shaping you for what's coming. The universe rewards those who believe and act with persistence. When your vision is aligned with good intentions, when it comes from your heart, not just your ego, the right opportunities begin to appear. Faith attracts what fear repels. To live by the law of faithful vision, do three things: see clearly, believe deeply, and act consistently. See where you want to go, believe you can get there, and keep taking steps even when it's hard. That combination will take you further than talent or luck ever could. Never forget, what you see in your mind is far more powerful than what you see with your eyes. The visible world is a reflection of the invisible thoughts you hold inside. Change your vision, and you change your life. When you live with faithful vision, every challenge becomes a stepping stone, every setback a lesson, every day a new chance to move closer to your dream. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. In the end, the law of faithful vision is the law of creation itself. Everything you desire already exists as a possibility, waiting for you to believe in it enough to bring it into reality. So dare to dream big, see beyond your limits. Have faith that your efforts will pay off, even when you can't see how yet. Keep walking toward your vision with courage, patience, and trust, because one day when you look back, you'll realize that every step, every small act of faith, every decision to keep going was building the future you once only dreamed about. That is the law of faithful vision, the final law that binds all others together. It reminds you that success begins within, fueled by belief, built by persistence, and guided by a vision that never fades. Hold on to your dream, protect it, nurture it, live for it, because the one who believes in their vision and never gives up is the one who will turn that vision into truth. Conclusion: the journey of true success. Success is not a single destination. It is a journey, one that shapes your character, expands your wisdom, and awakens your spirit. Throughout this book, you've discovered the powerful truths behind the laws of success. And by now you understand that real success is not about luck, shortcuts, or competition. It's about growth, purpose, and contribution. Each law you've learned, from belief and purpose to persistence, gratitude, discipline, and vision, forms a piece of the greater whole. Together, they create a roadmap for a life filled not only with achievement, but with meaning. When you live in harmony with these laws, success stops being something you chase and becomes something you naturally attract. The law of success is not a secret formula hidden in books or guarded by a few. It's written in the patterns of life itself. It lives in your thoughts, your habits, your attitude, and your faith. Every action you take, every decision you make, either moves you closer to your dream or pulls you away from it. The choice is always yours. True success begins the moment you take responsibility for your own life. It's when you stop blaming the world, your past, or your circumstances, and start believing that you have the power to shape your future. That shift in mindset is where transformation begins. The road to success is not always smooth. You will face setbacks, doubts, and moments of fatigue. But every challenge you overcome strengthens your foundation. Every failure you rise from builds your wisdom. Every small victory fuels your belief. Success is not built in a single leap. It's built one step at a time, one day at a time, one choice at a time. Never forget that success without inner peace is empty. Achievements can bring excitement, but purpose brings fulfillment. Wealth can fill your hands, but gratitude fills your heart. The greatest form of success is becoming a person of value, someone who lives with kindness, integrity, and compassion. As you walk forward from here, carry these truths with you. Believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Dream with courage and protect that dream with action. Learn from every experience, good or bad. Give more than you take and watch life give back in abundance. Stay humble, no matter how far you rise. Stay hungry, no matter how much you achieve. You were not born to live a small life. You were born with the potential to create, to grow, to inspire, and to leave a legacy. The power to do all that already lives within you. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is your willingness to believe and act. Every day is a new page in your story. You can choose to let it be written by fear, or you can choose to write it with faith. You can stay where you are, or you can rise higher. The laws of success are not waiting for someone else. They're waiting for you to apply them, live them, and become the best version of yourself. Remember, your journey doesn't end with this book. It begins here. From this moment on, carry your vision with faith, your purpose with strength, and your heart with gratitude. Walk boldly into your future. Trust your path. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep giving. Because the more you become, the more success you will naturally attract. That is the true meaning of success. Not just reaching the top, but becoming the kind of person who deserves to be there. So, step forward with confidence. Live by these laws. Believe in your dream. And never forget, the greatest success is not in what you gain, but in who you become. You've just completed a journey through powerful lessons about belief, purpose, persistence, gratitude, growth, and vision. Each chapter you've heard wasn't just written to motivate you for a moment. It was created to transform how you think, how you live, and how you see yourself. Remember, success is not a finish line. It's a lifelong process. Every day you wake up with a choice to grow stronger, to think positively, to act with courage, and to keep moving forward no matter what stands in your way. You have greatness within you. You have the power to build the life you dream of. And the laws you've learned in this audiobook are now part of your mindset, tools you can carry with you every step of the way. But most importantly, don't just listen to these words, live them. Let them guide your actions, shape your habits, and strengthen your faith in yourself. That's where true success begins, not in what you have, but in who you become. If this audiobook has inspired you, please support our channel, Fearless Audio, by subscribing, liking, and sharing it with others who need encouragement in their lives. Every bit of support helps us continue bringing meaningful, motivational audiobooks to people around the world. Your journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where you walk with confidence, live with purpose, and follow the laws of success toward your own greatness. From all of us at Fearless Audio, thank you for your time, your attention, and your heart. Keep believing, keep growing, and keep moving forward, because success is already within you, waiting to be lived. This is Fearless Audio, where voices inspire and your journey begins.